Zi Ruoyan stared at the two figures in front of her. Both Dongfang Gaoxian and Zhou Tianji remained motionless, as if waiting for something. Suddenly, a loud rumbling echoed in the distance, and the Qingyan mountains trembled violently. An ancient ruin and fortress city emerged from the earth, slowly ascending into the air. At its pinnacle stood a colossal bronze cauldron. On the city walls where the imperial palace was temporarily concealed. Lo Feng Meixiao's expression changed. Beside her, the third female personal guard expressed astonishment. This is a fortress-type city used in wars. From the ashes of the flames, it seems to be a remnant left by the fallen Great Flame Empire. Towering above the city walls was an enormous furnace even more massive than the walls themselves, positioned at the heart of the ancient ruin as if fused with it. At this moment, Dongfang Gaoxian, who had been silent all along, suddenly became excited. He shouted, "The war furnace is truly here. Centuries of planning have led to this moment. The ancient records and legends are all true." He turned towards Zi Ruoyan and continued. "This war furnace is one of the greatest creations of your ancestor, the Emperor. It can only resurface with the power of your aura." Lu Aoshi whispered, "Elder brother, you sacrificed so much, and now it has yielded such immense returns." The vice master of the Heavenly Mechanism Pavilion, not far away, showed a difficult expression. Why does the Emperor of the Great Flame Empire know about this? He wondered aloud. Zhou Tianji, hands behind his back, calmly explained, "Naturally, I told him in person." The vice master showed shock and disbelief. Why would you tell Dongfang Gaoxian such good news? In the air, Zi Ruoyan also gazed at the war furnace. She had initially thought these people would directly make a move to seize her and plunder the national fortune, but their current target seemed to be a dilapidated furnace. Hearing the words of the Empress, Dongfang Gaoxian couldn't help but shake his head and said, "Zi Ruoyan, you are too naive, understanding nothing at all. Back then, when a great catastrophe occurred during the era of the Emperor, the Great Flame Emperor created this war furnace. When the war furnace was born, he and his 99 sons sacrificed themselves by leaping into the furnace. 100 father-son pairs were melted down to refine it." After hearing this, Zi Ruoyan felt a growing unease. She didn't know what Dongfang Gaoxian intended to do. In the next moment, Dongfang Gaoxian snorted lightly and, with a wave of his hand, a furnace suddenly appeared. It looked identical to the war furnace, but it was clearly a newly manufactured replica. "I also replicated the war furnace, but I couldn't use it. To ignite the war furnace, not only do you need the genuine article, but you also need an extremely noble bloodline." Zi Ruoyan was undoubtedly the spark to ignite the furnace. At this moment, Zhou Tianji, who had been silent, suddenly took action. Spirit energy ignited at his fingertips as he wrote in the air with a reaction. The war furnace soared into the air and drifted towards them. The furnace mouth suddenly opened, and Dongfang Gaoxian, controlling the replicated furnace, floated above the war furnace. The furnace cover opened, and the furnace mouth tilted slightly. In the next moment, countless people slid from the replica furnace into the war furnace. Lu Aoshi, who was floating in the air, watched this scene dumbfounded. In disbelief, he looked at Dongfang Gaoxian and roared, "Your Majesty, what are you doing? Those are our citizens and officials." The vice master of the Heavenly Mechanism Pavilion, standing nearby, was equally shocked. Many of those falling into the furnace were disciples of the Heavenly Mechanism Pavilion. Zhou Tianji's face turned cold, and he said, "Later, all the disciples of the Heavenly Mechanism Pavilion will have to go in as well." Hearing this, the vice master, Zhou Isin, froze on the spot. "Eye in the sky." Dongfang Gaoxian spread his arms and shouted. "Now that things have come to this, there's no need to conceal anything from you. As long as the people here are thrown into the war furnace and alchemized into elixirs, the two of us can reach the state of ascension, comprehending the great Tao and reaching that lofty realm.